The CLI Bible Study really gets you involved in a different way than any other Bible study.
They worked through a lot of things that was inside of me, and that's why I'm here today.
I had such a thirst and desire to know God. I mean, I really wanted to know Him. So in addition to reading the Bible, I started reading Christian books. And every time I had a question, God would bring just the right book at just the right time. And so I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great if other people had the advantage of these books?
Without CLI in prison, you don't get a lot of the resources you need within the prison system.
We receive our books from individuals and churches. Churches can do book drives for us and then deliver them to CLI.
That one book they may donate to a chaplain library will get read by thousands of inmates.
I first learned about CLI when I got a book from another inmate. It just spoke to me, and I knew God was using that book to speak to me. And once I got through reading the book, I looked in the back and there was a stamp from CLI and their contact information, so I just wrote them a letter.
They answer every letter, which is a great thing. Letters in prison are gold. If you get a letter from the outside, that is the greatest thing you can get first thing in the morning. So you got a letter back that was handwritten, directly answering questions and edifying you in a Christian way.
When the volunteer writes back to that inmate, he knows that somebody is really on the outside that cares for him. From there, we can connect them to our Bible study and start discipling them and helping them to live the life that they were meant to live.
I asked God that He would give me someone that I could communicate with and possibly learn from to study and grow and mature. I wrote them a letter and just shared with them where I was at, and instantly they contacted me back.
The Bible study is more in depth than most Bible studies you can get within the prison system, and it really gives you a chance to share it with the other inmates. We'd have a Bible study every Saturday morning. I would hold Bible studies on my block. I ran a yoke fellowship service.
God is doing a tremendous work in the prisons. We see it every day. We hear testimonies of inmates, how their lives have been changed and how they're changing others.
On Father's Day, my wife was bringing my kids to see me when I was incarcerated. And during this time, my son pretty much hated my guts. I mean, I done lied to him so many times. And I knew that God had changed me, and I knew God could change him. And I was able to lead my son to the Lord while I was in prison. But it was only because of the discipleship program that I went through. Whenever I was able to lead my son to the Lord, I felt like if I died right then, I had completed my purpose in life, to pass on something to the next generation that I was previously trying to destroy.
We get thousands of letters each week of how God is working and changing lives, and how they in turn are becoming disciples and not only changing their lives in the prison, but as they go out into their community, discipling others and making a difference in their church and family and communities.
God has used me outside of prison, run the soundboard for the church here, and I've been asked to preach when the pastor's away.
Around 450 people were led to the Lord through the ministry God's given me. I can remember back when I went to court, the judge actually called me a community terrorist. And only God can take someone who was in the depths of addiction and transform that into someone who just wants to bring hope and love and see transformation, His transformation in other people.
God's Word, in no matter what form, will always accomplish the purpose for which it was sent. It never returns void.